Hey everybody, welcome back to the Rock Nerd Radio Show here on YouTube. As always, my name is Dan and I'm the host of this program. Summer is almost at an end, but we are going to look at a summertime exclusive from Hasbro Pulse. We're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Fractured Friendship 2-pack featuring Gladiator Megatron and Security Officer Orion Pax, who I'll probably end up calling Optimus Prime throughout this entire review. But we're going to take a look at it, I'll share some thoughts, and then I would love to hear what you think of it. So here is the Fractured Friendship 2-pack in their vehicle modes. Megatron over here on the left, Orion Pax or Optimus Prime over here on the right. I am going to quickly look at Megatron and listen, this is the Earthrise mold, or not the Earthrise mold, the Siege mold. We've seen this before. This time they stuck a drill on it instead of a cannon. And I honestly don't think this looks very good. You have a thin little stick with a drill hanging off. You can make this a little larger if you want to, because this pickaxe piece can attach here on the, this is actually the handle for the pickaxe. So you can connect that in, and then there's a hole. So you can connect the drill there, making it look even larger and perhaps even cornier. He does have two other weapons that we'll look at. I'm not going to worry about that right now. The Orion Pax, Optimus, it looks really good in robot mode. This is a retool of the video game Studio Series Optimus Prime. My biggest complaint is I can't find a way to get this gun to clip on. Like, it can go here, but I can't, like, get it to jam in or, like, stay put. So it just kind of sits there. The other thing that I tend to do is these two guns here and here, I have them facing forward. I believe the directions show them to be facing backwards. But I like them being on the offensive. Like, Prime is rolling down the street and getting ready to blast some Decepticons. So those are their vehicle modes. I do like how this one kind of redoes the legs to make kind of a more substantial back piece of the alt mode for Orion Pax. I think it does look a little nicer. And it does hold together pretty well. It looks like a pretty solid vehicle. It gives me some, like, I'm going to say like Armada Prime vibes almost. I really do like it though. I was on the fence about this pack. I didn't think I was going to buy it. And the Optimus is really what sold me on it, not the Megatron. But I don't have much to say about their vehicle modes because I don't display my Transformers in their vehicle modes. You can see, the paintwork here on the Megatron. This paintwork's going to look a lot better when I flip them to robot mode. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to get them both into robot mode, and then we will share some thoughts about that. So here is Megatron in his robot mode. We're going to look at him first. For a set that runs $75, I think it's safe to say this is the least interesting figure in this box, just because we've gotten this mold so many times. I have the Siege Megatron. I bought the Walmart Siege Megatron. I have the Earthrise Megatron, which is kind of this figure, just, slightly retooled. I have the G2 Megatron. I have the other G2 Megatron. There are two on this one. So, yeah, there's been a lot of Megatrons on this mold. I just, I'm so used to it now that I really don't have anything else to say about it. We'll go through the articulation and everything, but I want to look at the paintwork first. In terms of, like, the Gladiator Megatron look, the paint that almost looks like blood on him is neat. Like, it looks neat in the face. I like how it comes down off his eyes, is on his head crest, goes across his chest. Even, on the shoulders here, it does look good. Even on the waist. And then, of course, on the knees, we have, like, X marks. Going around to the back, it was on the tank tread part, but that's really the only red splotches that we get. The back is kind of boring. Of course, he is wearing the tank treads as a backpack. But, it's Gladiator Megatron. It is Megatron before he was Emperor of the Decepticons. In terms of articulation, this figure does have head movement. It can look left and right. And there is a little bit of a significant bit of up and some down due to transformation, but I feel like I'm scraping the plastic when I do that, so I don't really do that. The head itself can look up and down a little bit as well, so there is some up and down. At the torso, we do have rotation. It does cause the backpack to kind of move a little bit, but nothing that, really sets off the transformation of the figure. It's not like it's going to flop out of robot mode. Arms will go all the way around, out that much. Rotation at the shoulder, and single joint bend there, about 90 degrees. And in terms of the hands, no articulation there, but they do go in and out due to transformation. That is the same on both hands. At the legs, we're going to kick forward that much, kick back that much, kick out all the way. Actually, more than... so he can do some deep splits there. There is, because of this transformation joint right here, you can kind of pop the leg like that if you wanted to. You can have him, I don't know, kick forward, sideways. I don't know what you would call that. But it's there. There is thigh rotation because of a mushroom peg. Knee bends like that. The foot can kind of move up and down a little bit, more so for transformation. But there is ankle pivot as well. So it gets kind of stuck all the way there, but it will pop out. And you can have him stand there for ankle pivot. You know, like I said, it looks pretty good. I'm just so used to this that like it's not really impressing me. I'm not asking for a brand new Megatron figure for this San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack, but maybe just, you know, I don't know. I would have taken the Prime by itself is what it comes down to. This Megatron does have some accessories. You've already seen some of them. The first being this drill piece. Now, this can be held in a number of ways. You can have him hold it, like he is coming at you with a drill. You can stick it on his arm if you want to, so that he has like a drill arm accessory. Or if you don't want him holding this, you can wield it on his leg, because there are the ports there. Or you can simply put it on his back and forget that it is there. So I'm going to be sticking on his back, and aside from the drill piece kind of sticking up, we're not going to really be talking about it. The drill piece does come apart as well, so you could just have like this if you want to have him hold just like a drill piece. There is that. There is a little bit of playability with his weapons. I'll say that, but I'm going to leave the drill piece there for now. He also has this Energon Miner's Axe. Again, looks cool. He can hold it here, and then because of the peg on the side, you can actually put it on his arm if you want to make like some type of like Cybertronian crossbow or something and really, you know, connect all the stuff up to it. You can. And like I said, I could stick the drill on it and have like a Cybertronian drill something or other, drill weapon. These two weapons I tend to store on his back because there are, again, two pegs here. So I've kind of been putting the pickaxe like that and the drill actually facing it down. So they're on his back and they are there, but they're not really what I'm looking at. Because I like the other two weapons better. These are more gladiator type weapons. He has this like Energon cube axe hammer. There we go. And you can't really store it anywhere because the only peg for it to support is here. So he can just kind of hold that one. And it looks pretty good. You know, this would be something I would expect a gladiator to wield when he's bashing in the brains of other bots. There's also this nice red Energon sword. So here we go. This is, to me, full gladiator Megatron, ready to get in the arena and take down some other bots. So while I said, you know, this isn't my favorite Megatron, and I'm, you know, just because I have so much of this mold already, this does make it look really cool. I will probably end up displaying him somewhere in my display, but it's I just feel like we've had this so many times. The weapons are neat, and yeah, there we go. It looks kind of cool. But let's look at the Prime next. So here is Orion Pax, otherwise known as Optimus Prime, and he looks pretty cool. Now, I just complained about Megatron and having, so many of that mold, and it does beg the question, do I really need yet another Optimus Prime on my shelf? And the answer there is probably no, if I'm being honest. However, I really like the look of this Prime. It looks very cool, and this is what got me to buy this set. Just to bring him in and to look at the paintwork on him. Of course, he is sporting an Optimus Prime head there. I don't know what else to say about it. It looks like Prime. It looks cool. The red just, pops on this figure. We have what would kind of be like the windshield chest there. He has nice silver details on his arms, including the smokestacks, as well as like other exhaust ports. Going down to the arms, you could technically count these guns on his forearms as accessories. But, you know, they just kind of clip on, so they look neat, and it kind of does serve for Prime to have some extra firepower, which I like. His hands are blue, they look nice. You know, we get some nice yellow detailing on his waist, and then we have like the vents at his on his legs. These pieces, which form the smokestacks in like the back of his cab in robot mode, are here, and they look good. Spinning him around, I will admit, it is a little gappy here, but nothing too terrible. I don't even mind the wheels sticking out over the shoulders. I think that looks fine. And I really like these feet, because these feet are essentially in two parts. This is for transformation, but it gives him these nice big feet. You know, this is a partial off the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Optimus Prime, and really just looks fantastic. Another hidden detail on this figure is, hey, look, there's a matrix there. You can open up his chest, and that's kind of why I keep calling him Optimus Prime, because I feel like once he gets the matrix, he's Optimus Prime. Hollow on the inside, but it will stick to his chest. He can't hold it in any way, really. So I just kind of pop it right there. It stays on his chest, and then I close it back up. In terms of articulation, this Prime's head gets a little bit of up and down. Of course, it can spin around, a little bit of wiggle waggle in general because it's on a ball joint. At the waist, we get full rotation here, nothing impeding it. You can spin all around. Arms will go all the way around. They go way up. We get rotation here at the elbow. Single joint bend at the elbow, just about 90 degrees. And then the fists can also rotate as well. There we go. One cool thing is for transformation, this part kind of comes out, but it can kind of, you can kind of like have him bear hug something if you really wanted to. Like, you can use this as a, you know, as a point of articulation if you need to. It looks a little inhuman after a while, but moving down to the legs, we're going to kick forward pretty high and kick back. Actually, we don't kick back. I thought we kick back, but we don't. In terms of splits, yeah, he can do them. There we go. We do have rotation at the thigh. There's a mushroom peg here, so we do have that. Of course, it is gappy, and I guarantee some third-party company will sell gap fillers at some point. Knee will bend this much, as you can see. In terms of the feet, nothing forward, some back. It does break the foot apart if you go back too far, but then of course pivot as well. So that does look pretty good. And this is a pretty neat looking Prime. In terms of accessories, he has this blaster, which I think just looks great. And, you know, he can hold it. And although there isn't a second peg, I think you can just kind of have him hold it like this. It looks like he's, you know, storing his weapon, getting ready for battle. Just looks phenomenal, this Prime. And really something that I am very much into. I don't know how else to say it. This just is a very cool looking Prime. Like I said, do I need another Prime? Probably not. But I was into this one enough where I thought it would be cool to own. So there we go. So here is the Fractured Friendship together, the two-pack standing together. All in all, it's not a bad set. It's probably not a necessity. It's not even like a surprise item. You know, when the Marvel Legends team announced Death's Head, I think everybody was very surprised that we were getting Death's Head. Just having, you know, another version of Optimus and Megatron is like, all right, cool, I guess. But it is still a fun enough set. It is one that I will admit, if it doesn't sell out, if it hasn't already, maybe you wait till Pulse knocks it down a little bit. Maybe they do like a winter sale of some kind, a fall sale, and you pick it up then. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be a $75 set, especially when we've just had this mold so much. And there's apparently a Studio Series Megatron coming at some point. I don't mind having more Megatrons, but I would like them to be different shapes. Like all the Optimus Primes I have are different looking Primes to a degree. You know, like that I have on my shelves. They look different. It's getting to the point where every Megatron just looks like this. I get it. It's Megatron. How different is it really going to look? I feel like there could be some variation thrown in there. But that's just my thoughts about this set. I would love to see what you think about it. So let me know in the comments below. Did you buy this set? Are you into the Megatron? Are you not? Let me know. And until next time, I've been Dan. You've all been pretty awesome. I'll see you around. Well, there we go. What did you think of this video? Sound off in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Remember, we are making a push to get to 700 subscribers here on the channel. If we do that before the HasLab Giant Man arrives, I will be giving away the old Toy Biz Giant Man Build-A-Figure that you've seen on my shelf and things like that. So hit subscribe, leave a comment, hit like if you're so inclined, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.